All right, boys, we got a trade recap today for Monday, February 9th. As you can see, I'm currently in this trade right here. Stops are at break even. And we do currently have an SMT at the high. So if we start to just edge this and fail to continue higher, which it looks like we're starting to close above here. But if we start to edge it, then I will just go ahead and exit. But coming into the day, I actually had a bearish bias. I'm going to go ahead and just pull up the Discord real quick. Daily bias. I don't know why that's daily bias. I was bearish coming into the day because I said wanted to see lower here on the higher time frames. Or the higher time frames already rebalanced to this daily fair value gap up here. This is also equilibrium of the range that we had been in. If you watch the market recaps from the last week, I was super bearish, potentially wanting to target. It looks like we are going to continue higher. Wanting to target this weekly low down here because it looked like daily had started. I mean, we broke structure. Displacement. In my opinion, it looked like we were attacking this low right here, and then we had come up, rebalanced to this daily imbalance. You can see it's a daily fair value gap here. Can we go ahead and just take this? Yeah, I'm probably gonna trail my stop up there. Sorry. Anyways, I thought we were gonna be bearish. We had this 1 hour fair value gap up here, and you know what? I'm probably just gonna go ahead and take this off.
Order filled.
Because of the SMT, and I'm more than content with a 1.5 R trade. So taking that off early because of the SMT at the high. Wasn't even expecting to take a trade today. Obviously, the sorry, let me get my thoughts straight. Obviously, at this point in time, so let me just back up. I was bearish coming into the day. We had this 1 hour fair value gap here, and I wanted to see us continue lower to this 1 hour sell side here, and then potentially see lower prices because my overall bias was bearish. On the higher time frames, that failed to happen. We came down and took the 1 hour low. You can see we had this 1 hour fair value gap here. At the same time, the 4 hour was pretty bullish, but I thought, hey, we had already rebalanced to equilibrium. We had already rebalanced to this daily fair value gap, so it makes sense to potentially start to sell off, even though the 4 hour was very bullish. And then we had this 1 hour SIBI I wanted to see hold. Zooming in, coming out of the 1 hour fair value gap, the market open candle came down and swept the hourly low here, and then we started to get bought up. So the only draws, in my opinion, coming into the day were this hourly low, and then if we wanted to continue lower, we could target this low down here. Wasn't really expecting that big of an expansion move because it is Monday, a no news Monday as well. So like, wasn't really expecting that big of an expansion move. So it was either these two lows, or I told myself, hey, if we prove that we're not going to hold this 1 hour and we just displace through it, the only high time frame high that was valid in my opinion was this 4 hour buy side. I have it labeled as 4 hour just because it's a 4 hour swing high, but it was this swing high up here. So those are my only draws in liquidity coming into the day. That's exactly what I said. If high time draw is correct, NQ should sell off from this point. Obviously it hasn't because we were not attacking, because I had that weekly low down there. However, if price clearly disrespects the 1 hour and starts pumping higher, we can still target the 4 hour buy side at 25347. And 25347 is this high up here. And so that was the trade that I just took. Once again, closed it early because we do have the SMT with ES. And also, longs weren't my original bias. Obviously, if there's no SMT, at this point in time, there's no doubt in your mind that we're coming to this buy side liquidity, especially with this strong hourly close. But once again, only closing it early because it is a no news Monday. SMT at the high. Longs weren't my original bias. Just securing profit. Already a 1.5 RR trade. We came down, and the reason I went long here. Let me just delete this daily for value gap and this hourly for value gap right here. We started to move through the hourly, and then coming to the 15-minute, we had a strong 15-minute candle close. Strong wicks at this low. Like, if we wanted to go lower, we would have off of the market open. And we proved that we wanted to go higher. Coming to the 5-minute, clearly bullish 5-minute structure. Pump, retrace, hold this 5-minute for value gap. We pump again, retrace to another 5-minute. And so I zoomed in, and this 1-minute displacement sold me. I'm gonna be honest, like, I was not expecting to take a trade this morning whatsoever. Like, at all. At this point in time, I was not looking to take a trade at all. Because I did not think we're gonna expand all the way down up to this high on a no news Monday. But we came down to this 5-minute, and this displacement is what sold me. It takes from the high, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles down to retrace to this 5-minute fair value gap, and it takes pretty much 2 candles, pretty much 1 candle to almost erase that whole retracement, and that tells me we want higher. Now, I did make a mistake, or not really a mistake, but ES was the more bullish index, and you can see this was the same point in time on ES. So I wasn't really paying attention to ES all that well, to be honest. Now it ended up working out in my favor. I caught more RR on the trade, but ES was the more bullish index. Hence why I took it first, hence why I took this off early. But either way, the displacement is what sold me. And yeah, break even, and I thought, break even at the internal high. I thought we were going to get stopped out at break even, but it continued to pump for us. And so that's the trade recap. Good trade to start off the week, man. Once again, just staying patient, following my rules. Wasn't even expecting to take a trade this morning. And sometimes, really that's the mindset that you got to have coming into each market open. You're not coming into each market open expecting to take a trade. When you come into the market and expect money to be made, that's when you start to force things. That's when you start to make mistakes. But if you just sit back and just let the market tell you and prove to you where it wants to go and when it wants to do so, and this displacement proved me. Break even at the internal high. This high time frame structure, blowing past this 1 hour for value gap, wicking this 1 hour low out, continuing higher. That all proved to me that we wanted to come and take this buy side liquidity, even though that wasn't my main draw on the day. So will this sell model end up playing out? Who knows? It's only Monday. This could be the weekly high to then expand lower. Who knows? We're not here to predict the market. We can have a good comprehension of what we think is going to happen with the data that we've been given, but it's not our job to predict every single thing. We're here to react to the data that we're given, and so reacted to longs to the upside. So we'll have to see what happens, what kind of structure forms going into tomorrow and the rest of the week. We'll see if this ends up playing out or not. But regardless, good trade, good unexpected trade to start the week off. And who knows if we're actually going to come up to this high. I would say probably, but I don't want to be holding through this with the SMT at the high. So once again, took it off about right there for a 1.5 RR trade. That is a trade recap. Let me know if y'all caught longs this morning, or if y'all took anything. And yeah, man, just gonna continue to have this mindset going into the rest of the week, and we'll see what happens. So I appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.